Hello and welcome. Rahul, you're watching me on my YouTube channel, my talks, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. Whenever I come in front of you, I come with a purpose. I want to instill positivity. I want to communicate something vital so that whenever you will have information, access to information, you will certainly be able to capitalize on that very information because in this information age, if we have information, we can trade anywhere, because it is essential that we keep learning new things. If we will be honing our skills and it can be used to provide certain information or to solve any problem, we will certainly be able to cash in on. And the opportunities that will be laid down to us, we will be able to grab that very opportunity. And that is what should be in our mind. Because if we are not able to elevate our standard, because in this mad scramble where we have conditioned our world in monetary values and financial abundance, everybody who has financial abundance, they will be treated a better class and they will be treated better. And if you really want to be have that kind of accolade, that kind of reverence, you have to show extraordinary quality. You have to have information. You have to have financial abundance. Financial abundance is the key nowadays towards success. People try to perceive you with a different lens and with different angle. If you have better opportunities, if you have better accessibility to financial abundance, and that is what is the reality. So why don't we think that we can be useful in this world, and the world that has been conditioned on monetary values, we can leverage it for our own betterment? And that is what should be in our mind. And that is why always I try to impart something important. I always try to disseminate something positive so that you can take something out of me, something vital. Because whenever you are scrolling up and down, you are wasting your time, you are dissipating it away. But if you will get something valuable out of that, then you would think that you have used your time brilliantly. And that is what I want to foster. I want to foster positivity, and self confidence is the key. When you will have this sense in your brain that you are using your time in a better way and you are forging your reality and paving the way towards success, you will have positiveness, and self confidence will be boosted with that kind of clarity. And clarity is the key. Having clarity, having self confidence, having visions, and having intuitions, these are the lives, they are the means that drives us. And if you be driven towards your passion, if you are driving yourself passionately, then what else do you need? Nothing else. You have purpose, you have passion for that, you execute that, you have financial abundance because you are able to cash in on that very passion, and you're honing your skills each and every day, you're becoming better. What else do you need? See, everything is in motion. And you will see even microscopic atoms and electrons. Electrons are always orbiting the nucleus, and all the things, even microsense, planets, sun, galaxies, stars, you know, everything is in motion. Everything is rounding up, and the whole, even the space is not still. It is still, even it is expanding because of the dark energies, which is causing it to expand. So it is also in motion because it is all unfolding it is every time. That is what is the reality. So why everything is in motion? Why? Have you ever thought of that? See, even electric current that gives you vital phase, to do every functions on electronics. And I would see that even biological functions that happens in our body, most of them are based on energies, and our neurological functions that happen in our brain, our neurons that fires. It is also somewhere very micro, at micro scale. These are the electricity that is conducting in our neurological brains, and between two nodes, and that electricity is providing that pulse which is creating action. So I think that energy is the key. That is what we have to understand. But these energy are being given by somewhere current. The current is flowing, and that is what is this stealing the changes. That is what is creating everything. The current itself, it has a direction, it has a motion. That is what we have to understand, even at quantum level. So everything is in motion. Motion creates some kind of energies around. If electricity, we know exactly that once the shafts, motor shafts get in motion, and because of the inductions, when the magnetic, bodies or magnetic coil, when they try to run, they induces current in coils. That is what is the mechanism of electricity. So everything, energy comes from motion. That is what we have to understand. And if we will be in motion, if we will be having clarity that we have to be adapt, we have to be prompt. When we will be taking promptly actions, and when we'll be in motion, when we'll be assimilating more knowledge and try to bring changes in our own character. When you will meditate, you will see that your own state, your spiritual states needs to you know be better each and every day, enhanced. Your peace should be enhanced, and these all comes free with extraordinary energies that you try to bring into your system, which can stabilize and further metabolize your potential even in a spiritual realm. So everything needs energy and stability, and accordingly they want ascension as well. Not only stability but ascension as well. So for ascension you need motion. So everything you have to understand. If you will drive yourself passionately, you can attain everything in your life, and that is what is the quality of a person. If ever you feel stuck, listen to some people who are giving you motivation, or try to focus on something which can further give you opportunities to make a livelihood, to find a financial abundance. And once you focus on everything, your curiosity will rise, you will be driven passionately, and your strong ardent will certainly give you opportunities. And once you hone that skills passionately, you will try to inculcate, you will try to make it, apply. And once you'll apply, its implications will certainly be better for you. And that is what is the reality. But if you'll be idle, if you'll be sitting idle, you won't even provide yourself any boost, any inertia, any energy to overcome inertia. Then how can you uplift yourself? You have to be someone who can bring energy, who can be, animated, and who can make himself to force himself to come above and to take actions. Action will change every implications, and actions will bring result. That is what will be the quality of life. If you really want to possess a better quality, think everything positively. I'm telling that, even when you go subtle, very subtle, from micro to subtle, macro to micro and subtle, even in the spiritual realm, you will see that everything is happening subtly. When you will start feeling energies, and how energies manipulate your actions, how at such a level your thought pattern could be impacted by little unfoldings and energies that you won't even perceive. But once you'll be in meditative state all the time, aware, you'll be able to feel every micro things, because we have been given certain sensors, in our body, some senses, touch, smell, and all these senses, watch, vision, and uh, energy to speak, everything. These are all things that are our characteristic, of our bodily characteristic. So everything, if we want to perceive and inculcate, we have to be aware. Our five senses: hearing, touch, smell, taste, and vision. These all are our input, peripherals of our body, and we have to use it wisely in order to enhance our ability. We are here to find an experience for our own soul. That is what is the reality. Because once you'll incarnate in a new body, your previous memories will be wiped out. You will be the memory of that very body in current reality. Even we haven't been able to look into these links, but once you'll be subtle, very subtle, you will have your consign that will allow you to perceive all this reality. Because when unfolding becomes synchronicity for you, not coincidence, you'll be able to observe, because universe whispers in your ears the reality, and the persons who are ready, they can only listen those realities. And once you'll try to listen those reality, when you align yourself perfectly, when you have that intelligence to synchronize yourself with the time and unfolding, then you realize that these things are very subtle and very realistic. And I will tell you, don't try to be a clairvoyant, and don't try to be someone who can, preach everywhere that you know very well. No, do not preach actually, because it creates a negative impact, on people. But still, reality, that is okay. But don't try to bring, how pundits did, in ancient times, the broad bad rituals and broad bad notions that created a very bad stigma. I will say very big stigma in people's life, and all these cultures that are inherently uprooting our qualities. So try to inculcate a knowledge, And don't try to make others superstitious. That is what I will say. If you have knowledge, tell that. That if you will be awakened, if you will be finding synchronicities, you will be able to look a little bit with your vision, what is happening with you. You will be having clarity. But don't try to give them that superstitions that they will be driven in different, because everyone's life is different. Everyone's life is curated as per their karma, as per their needs, as per their agility, as per their capacity. And if they are not able to explore their own potential, who are you to give them that stigma, that superstitions, to instill superstitions in their mind, to instill untouchabilities? These are the biggest crime that you're doing. you know so whoever have done this untouchability is, negative stigma about others, these all are false, and the implications of bad activities, and shrewd people. These were the shrewd people, and I see that I don't want to preach a lot because these pundits will get angry on me, but their ancestors were very, very shrewd. They were not a better. They were not good people. They were not better people because they instilled very bad things and bad ritual in Indian society. Whereas if you'll observe Western culture, it is far more better than that of us. But it is not creating any kind of chaos. But if you will try to bring these bad culture and steal these bad cultures in others' culture and in Western societies, then this is bad. Hopefully, it is not happening. We are inculcating a habit of acquiring better knowledge and better cultures from Western qualities. And that is okay. That is good. I'm not denouncing your culture. I'm asking only about the negativity that you have spreaded from a long time, and it is eating you alive. It is eating your culture. It is eating everyone's brain that you won't even perceive because you don't have that visibility, you don't have that capacity. But once you will develop that, once you will go above, you will feel, because you yourself have to fight with those stigmas, with those superstitions. Then only you can come above. If you will not be able to absorb, who else is going to help you? Nobody else is going to help you. All these demons you have to face, because your culture, your forefathers, who were shrewd, have created this chaos in Indian culture, and you have to face in order to come above. And once you'll be in equality with the Western societies, you know, your gods are still inferior than that of their gods. I will tell that in open. Indian gods are still inferior than that of Western gods, I will say you, because we have seen very intricately, that gave us the right vision, the right quality. That is why I'm pressing upon that, and nobody can cast aspersion, because these are the realities. When you will come above, then only you can feel that. Thank you for listening to me.